An important part of science is making observations and taking measurements of different instruments as we do experiments. And so reading scales is a really important skill to learn. We're going to use these scales to show you how to work out the scale on an instrument and how to then take a measurement. So if we look at the top left-hand corner at the ruler, you'll see that there are large divisions showing 1 centimeter. So between these two large lines, 5 and 6 centimeters, 6 minus 5 is 1 centimeter. There are smaller divisions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 smaller divisions. And so how we work out the scale is by doing the following. We say 1 centimeter is split into 10 equal divisions, and so each of those divisions represents 0.1 of a centimeter, which of course we know is 1 millimeter. So each of these small divisions between 5 and 6 is 0.1 of a centimeter. 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4. 5.5 is the slightly longer line halfway between. 5.6, 5.7, 5.8, 5.9, and then 6 centimeters. Moving on to the measuring cylinder in the bottom left-hand corner, we see that between the longer lines there is a difference of 100 milliliters. 800 minus 700 is 100 milliliters, and this is divided this time into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal divisions. So we divide 100 milliliters by 5 divisions, and we find that each of those divisions is 20 milliliters. So 700, 720, 740, 760, 780, 800. If we move on to the kitchen scale, or that is in the bottom right-hand corner, we see that between the 10 and the 0, between the 0 and the 10, there are 5 equal divisions. So altogether 10 kgs between the larger divisions, separated into 5 equal divisions. 10 divided by 5 is 2 kilograms per division. So this scale goes up in twos. And lastly, at the top, the thermometer. In between 30 and 40, the difference is 10 degrees Celsius. And if we count carefully, between 30 and 40, we find 10 equal divisions. If we divide 10 degrees Celsius by 10, we find that there is an increase, there is a scale of 1 degree Celsius per division. So for example, this one is showing a reading of 30, and we count up from 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 degrees Celsius is the reading on this thermometer. Now let's use some online simulations to practice taking measurements using our instruments. For the first scale, we said that the ruler scale was 1 millimeter per division, or 0.1 of a centimeter. So this first reading, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 divisions. That's how long this little brown block is. So 0.9 centimeters or 9 millimeters. Let's type in 9 millimeters, and there we have it correct. So let's do another one quickly. This time, this block is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 centimeters long. And then let's count the small divisions, 1, 2, 3, each of them being 0.1 of a centimeter. Let's type it in centimeters this time, 9.3. Click on fold to see. Yes, it says correct. It's 93 millimeters or 9.3 centimeters. So that's the measurement of length, and I'm going to include this link, and you can go and practice measuring length. If we measure some volume now using this graduated cylinder or measuring cylinder, let's work out the scale of this measuring cylinder first. The larger divisions are 500 to 400 or 400 to 500, so 100 milliliters between the longer lines. And in between each of those, there's 5 equal divisions. So 100 milliliters divided by 5 is 20. Each of the smaller lines represents 20 milliliters. So let's count up from the 400 milliliter line. 400, the next line is 420. It's not as far as that. So if we look at the bottom of the meniscus, maybe it is about 410 milliliters. Let's try that. 410 and check. Correct. Okay, the next one. This time the scale between the larger lines is from 20 to 30, so the difference is 10 milliliters. And again, it's divided into 5 equal divisions. 10 divided by 5 is 2 milliliters. So this scale goes up in 2 milliliters. So from the 20, let's count up 20, 22, 24. It's not as far as 26. In fact, it's about halfway between 24 and 26. So let's try 25. Correct. Next, we have a simple kitchen scale that we use to measure the mass of ingredients in the kitchen. If we change the reading by using this, we find there are 5 equal divisions between 0 and 10. So altogether 10 kgs divided into 5 equal portions is 2 kilograms. So if we look all the way around, we see that it is beyond 60 and it is 2 small divisions beyond 60. So 62, 64. Okay, let's try another one. This time it is 1 division past 10. We said each of the small divisions is 2 kilograms. So 10, 12 kilograms. Using a triple beam balance is a little bit more complicated. We need to look at each of the 3 beams and then add up the values on each of the beams. So if we look at the first one, the middle beam shows us 100 gram divisions, the back one shows us 10 gram divisions, and the front one units and decimal places. So if we look at the middle beam, it's on 0, so 0, and the back beam is also on 0, although we can't see the scale. And so at the front, let's zoom in and see the front beam is on 1, 2 exactly. So 2.0 grams. Let's type this in and see if we are correct. Okay, correct. Let's find the mass of the next one. Again, 0 on the 100 gram beam, 0 on the 10 gram beam, and this time if we click on the front beam, we see it's on 3 exactly, so 3.0 grams. Here we have a thermometer, and the scale has been enlarged for us so we can see carefully. Between 40 and 50 on the thermometer, 50 degrees Celsius, there is 10 degrees Celsius. And so if we count up from 40, it is at 49, or probably a bit easier is to count down from 50 down to 49 degrees Celsius. Celsius is the reading on this scale. Here we have a thermometer. Now, if we look at the big divisions between 50 and 60 is 10 degrees Celsius. And so if we look at the zoomed in reading on the right hand side, we see that there are the thread is 4 equal divisions above 50, so 51, 52, 53, 54 degrees Celsius. If we try another one, this time the thread is above 50, and again the scale is 1 division per degree Celsius, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divisions above 50, so the reading is 56 degrees Celsius.